Hey everybody, here's the pot rack that I built. As you can see, it's mounted into the ceiling, and it has 20 S hooks on here to hang your utensils, your spatulas, your spoons, and it has regular hooks right here to hang your pots and pans. For the big pots, what I did was I wrapped a rubber band around the handle and put that on the hook. Goes all the way around on the inside, and there you go. Alright everybody, I'll show you how to build yourselves one, so stay tuned and I'll show you step by step on how to build one. Hey everybody, I'm going to make a pot rack and a utensil holder that's going to be mounted to the ceiling. I'm going to show you guys how to make it, and it's going to be a great build. Alright everybody, here's all of the materials that we're going to need to build this project. Well, with this project, we're going to start off with 1 by 4 by 8 foot long, and they're going to be 3/4 inch thick. And you get Home Depot to cut these. All you need is 2 1 by 4s. Now to to hang up the pots, we're going to use these hooks made by Liberty. They come 6 in a pack. We're going to need 2 packs of those. And you're going to have to buy some smaller screws, because the screws are going to be too long, because we're going to be drilling through 3/4 inch material, and that will go straight through. Now to attach it to the ceiling, we're going to use these eye bolts. These are right here. We're going to need 2 packs of those. And of course, to attach it to the ceiling, you're going to need some ceiling hooks, and you're going to need 4 of those. To hang, what is going to hang it on are going to be these chains right here. I got some chains, and please don't get the decorative chains, because those only hold up to like 10 pounds. These hold up to like 75 pounds, these right here. And I got some quick link chains. Let me show you how to install those. That'll be real easy to connect them to the eye bolts and to the ceiling hook. You'll see it. And to hang the utensils on, I got these off of eBay. These are called S hooks. And of course, these are going to hang onto the conduit pipe. I got 2 pipes. You get Home Depot, they could cut them for you too. Alright, let's get to the build. Okay, so you got the 1 by 4. So what you want to do is you want to cut 2 pieces at 42 inches and then 5 pieces at 18.5 inches. So make your 5 cuts, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the pocket holes. Alright, now that we have our material cut, what we're going to do is we're going to make pocket holes, 2 on each side. So I got my pocket hole set at 3/4 of an inch, and I'm about to make my pocket holes. Okay, so now that I have my pocket holes made, 2 on each side, I'm going to do them to all 5 pieces. Alright, I'm going to show you now how to put it together. Okay, this is what I did. I laid the pieces out so I could get an idea of where I want all my pieces. So I wanted these, the pot rack holders, I wanted them in even spaces. So what I did was I took the length of this board, which is 42 inches, and I divided it in half. And from what I got 21, of course. And what I did was I took this distance and this distance and divided it in half again. And I took a measurement from here to here, and I put it on this end, transferred it to this end. So I got 5 pieces of wood that's evenly spaced out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to assemble the pieces all together. Alright, so now I'm going to do is I'm going to install the rails, but I'm going to start with the end pieces first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some wood glue on both sides, smear it with my finger. And I got these corner clamps from Easy Wood Shop, and all I got to do is put it on here, and it's going to give me a perfect 90-degree angle. You got to basically, it's a real tight fit, so you have to really work it on there. So you put your clamps on here. And all you got to do is just tack your pocket hole screws on there. And wipe out the excess glue. Alright, so now we have everything connected, and we have these holes inside the wood. What you could do is just use some regular wood filler, but I made an investment and bought these pocket hole fillers, and that fits in perfectly. You could tack it in with a hammer, but you will want to put some glue on the end or on the inside. Let me show you. Alright, I got some glue on here now. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to push it in like so. They sell pocket hole pushers, but I just found it easy to take a little tack hammer and just tack it in myself. Pop it. And then you could take a flush saw and saw it off. Or you could just use the wood filler. Me personally, I like using the pocket hole because it's a piece of wood versus wood filler. It's just, that's personal preference. So we're going to fill all these up and let it dry for over an hour, and then we're going to come back and flush cut it. Okay, for to hold the conduit in place, what I did was I cut 4 pieces like this. They're 3.5 by 3.5 a square. And what I'm going to do, let me just explain it. I'm going to drill a 1/2 inch hole, the same diameter of this conduit, and I'm going to measure this distance right here. And I have my sliding T-square, so right here. So all I have to do is lock it in place with this little nut right here, and therefore I could transfer it over to the other side like so. So that's how I get the measurement for the other side. So I'm going to drill a hole all the way through, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 4 more pieces like this, 1/8 by 1/8. And when I assemble it, you'll understand what I mean by that. Okay, so what I did was I have my pieces right here. I have 2 pieces sandwiched together, then I got a scrap piece of wood so I won't mess up my vise or go through my vise. But I also have these marked. This is 1, 2, and of course this is the 3rd piece, and I got the 4th one on the table. But I did 3 pocket holes. I'm only used 2. So what I did was, I'm looking at it from this angle. This is going to be resting on the rail. This is going to be the hole where the conduit go through. I'm going to use a 3/4 inch spade bit to drill through it. And the reason why I got 2 pieces together, just in case if I make a mistake on one of them, go off center a little bit, at least I have 2 pieces that are consistent, and I don't have to worry about you know, moving another piece up just to make it level. So I'm going to start off right here and start drilling. Okay. All right. So I'm all the way through. And dust them off. Alright, so make sure that the conduit goes through. Sand these off and then I'm finished. Alright, here we go. We got it drilled and I just put the conduit through. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we measure this properly. And I'm just going to make sure that it's flush like so. When we put the pocket holes in with a little bit of wood glue, we're going to put this other little piece. Remember I said cutting 4 more 1/8 of an inch plywood. We're going to tack it on like so. And that way it's going to cover it. So before I add, the conduit on, I'm going to take the conduit out, I'm going to tack this on, and then I'm going to sand and stain everything. Alright. Okay, after sanding, I measured out 1.5 inches from the length of this pot rack. What we're going to do is we're going to attach the eye bolts in here, like so. So the eye bolt is going to be like on this mark, like right here. So this is how deep it's going to go down. So what I did was I measured the deepness like that. So that way I got a stopper. So I'm the center right here, and I'm going to drill down, and I'm going to do all 4 sides. Alright, so now that I did all 4 sides, I'm just going to sand this down with a piece of sandpaper like so. And all I got to do is stain all of this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now that I have my conduit pipe, as you can see, it's kind of dirty. So it'll be your personal preference whether you want to paint it or not. So what I got is a 180 grit piece of sandpaper, and what I'm going to do is just hold it in my hand, and I'm just going to just sand it down, or you can use your sander if you want to, but me personally, I just go like this, and I'm just going to work it, twist it at the same time, and I'm just going to sand this real good, and we're going to install it onto the pot rack. Alright, so now I'm going to put the conduit pipe on the pot rack. So all I got to do is stick it in a hole, and make sure that it's all the way to the back like how we measured before. And remember the small little pieces I told you to match up with this one? All you have to do is put it on the back right here, and this will act as a stopper to prevent the conduit pipe from sliding back and forth. So we put one on this end and on the other end. What I'm going to do, and I'm not going to glue this in, because just in case the conduit break or whatever like that, or whatever, and I want to change the conduit pipe, I might want to paint it later or whatever, I can easily just remove the brad nails. So if you don't have brad nails, just put a screw in each corner. And I'm going to tack this on with my brad nailer. I'm going to just use this spring clamp as a holder, so I can easily tack this on. Just press. There we go. One on that side. And I'm going to do all 4. Now all I got to do is the other side, and I'm finished. Alright, so now I'm going to put the eye bolts in on the top. Remember that I pre-drilled the holes before I stained it. So what I'm going to do is just going to screw it in like so. And if it gets too hard for you to continue to screw, just take a screwdriver, insert it into the eye loop, and just keep going around in a circle until it stops. Well, until you don't see no more thread. Preferably like right there. And I'm going to leave them horizontal with the other beams like so. Alright, so this will hold over 75 pounds per each one. So we're going to do all 4 sides, and I'm going to show you how to put the hooks in. Alright, so I have my hooks, and Of course, we have 2 packs, so we have 12. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 3 on each end, and on the middle right here I'm gonna put 2. So what you want to do is you want to arrange the 3 on here, and then I'm gonna put the 2 down here, like in the center of these right here. So I got it spaced out right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-drill. I got this piece of wood as a spacer, that's how I'm going to use it for the correct height. So I'm going to pre-drill the holes right here. Alright, now that I pre-drilled it, now all I got to do now is drill this in like so. And I'm not going to drill it all the way tight until I get my next screw in. Make sure that it's leveled the way I want it. Oops. Alright, so now that I have it the way I want it, now I'm going to just tighten it. And now I'm going to do all of the hooks, and then I'm going to show you how to put it on the ceiling. Alright, so now it's time to attach it to the ceiling. And what I'm going to show you guys, I have a magnet right here, and I just wrap tape around it and put it on a dowel stick. And I have another dowel right here with a piece of tape on it. I'm going to use this piece of tape as a marker. So these right here are drywall screws. They goes into, of course, the drywall and then into the studs. So watch how this is going to catch. See how that catches on? So that's how we're going to find the studs in the wall. We're going to fish for them, and I'm going to show you how. So right here we have the ceiling outlet, and I know it's a stud somewhere around here. So I'm going to move out about 16 inches, and automatically you're going to feel it, snatch at it, or pull at it, and that's where a stud is at. The stud is going to be horizontal, but I don't want it that close to the light, so I'm going to move out another 16 inches. About right here should be 16 inches, and therefore there it goes. It caught it. So now I'm going to take the other dowel and I'm going to mark it right here. So that's going to be my horizontal line. Just push and then push it on the ceiling and twist the dowel, and the tape should come right off. So now I know I got a horizontal beam right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the magnet off, and I'm going to go somewhere around this area. I'm going to go somewhere around this area and somewhere around this area. I'm going to mark all 4, and I'm going to attach the ceiling hooks. Alright, I have my 4 pieces of tape on the ceiling, and I have my reference points on the ceiling. So in between these 2 pieces of tape is where I could drill anywhere for my ceiling hooks. In the same place on this side, in between these 2 pieces of tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the step ladder, and I'm going to drill the ceiling hooks. Alright, just like the eye hook. So it's the same way with this. Use a screwdriver to help you tighten it up into the ceiling. So once we get this all the way in, now I'm going to show you guys how to attach the chain. Alright. Okay, remember what I said about the quick links chain? Alright, there's no way we could cut this chain because it's soldered together, and you want as most strength as possible on the chains. They have the decorative chains at Home Depot, but those only hold 10 pounds. These hold over 95 pounds. So I didn't buy a quick link that was wide enough to fit over here. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to just loop it through here like so. And then I can just connect it like this, and then screw these 2 together. Now I have a decorative, piece almost. So it's almost like a loop. And I'm going to attach the end part right here to the ceiling, and I'll show you how I do that. Alright, I'm all finished. I got it up on the ceiling. And here's the hooks. I got 3 on the outside, 2 on the middle, and 3 on the last one. So basically, this could fit perfectly on the eye loop, like so. Doing this with one hand, kind of make it. There we go. Put one right here. And remember that I have this conduit pipe, and what I have is these S hooks. Remember those earlier? You hook those right onto the conduit pipe, and that's going to act as a utensil holder. So now I can hang my utensils. Put another one up here. And the pack came with 20. So now I can have 10 on each side. So that's the pot rack, guys. Email me or post comments if you need any help with any directions for this. Alright, thanks again for looking and enjoying the great build.